Here we have two wheels with centers at O and O dash. Their diameters are 4 centimeters and 2 centimeters, which means their radii is 2 centimeter and 1 centimeter. What else do we have? We have two belts, AB and PQ, passing over these two wheels and intersecting each other at right angles. That means suppose AB and PQ meet at a point, say R, then at R these two belts make right angles with each other. Now what we need to find out is the distance between the two centers, or in other words the length of this line segment OO dash. Now let us start by joining OQ. Then you see we have two triangles here. I will name them 1 and 2. They are triangle ORA and triangle ORQ. Now you can prove that they two are congruent using the SSS criterion. Can you tell me how we get that? If you see the R here, RA and RQ are the tangents to the circle from the same external point R. So the tangents from the same external point are equal to one another. Then you have OA and OQ are both the radii. So they are also equal to one another. And the third one is the common side. So using the SSS congruence criterion, we see that these two triangles are congruent to one another. That means by CPCT, they are the corresponding parts of congruent triangles, right? So using CPCT, these two angles are equal to one another. But the whole angle was 90 degrees because it is said that they make right angles with each other. The whole angle was 90 degrees, which means each angle is a 45 degrees. Now tell me, what sort of a triangle is this ORA? It is a right triangle. Why is that? We have a radius OA, we have a tangent RA, and we know that the radius and the tangent meet each other at right angles. So we have a right angle here. What does that mean? Sine of 45. You have a 45 here, right? Sine of 45 is opposite side by hypotenuse, which is what? OR. Now sine 45 is 1 by root 2. So apply the formula and we have this much space here is 2 root 2. So we have proved that this much distance OR is 2 root 2. Now continue all of these same steps over here. Again you have what? You have two triangles. You can very easily prove that they are congruent to each other using the SSS criterion. Why is that? You have two tangents from the same external point which are equal to one another. Then you have two radii which are also equal to one another. Then you have a same common side in between. So they are congruent to one another, which means what? By CPCT you can get that these two angles are equal to one another, which means the whole angle is 90 degrees. Each one is 45 degrees. Now what sort of a triangle is this O-RP? It is a right triangle. You have a right angle here. Why is that? Because the tangent and the radius meet each other at right angles. This is the tangent, this is the radius. So you have a right angle. What is the benefit of getting a right angle? You can apply the sine values, right? So here you have a 45 degrees. That means your sine 45 will be what? Opposite side. Its opposite side is O-P. And the hypotenuse is O-R. So applying this rule, you can get that your O-R is actually root 2. So this much is root 2. So what is your O dash? It is 2 root 2 plus a root 2. So totally it is 3 root 2 centimeters. Now you notice how to find sine 45. We first have to make sure that we have a right triangle in both these places. We first made sure that we had a right angle so that we can apply this formula, so that we can get a sine 45, because the sine value or the cos value of any angle depends on the hypotenuse, because the sine value is opposite side by hypotenuse. So you need a hypotenuse, for which you need a right angle. But the good news is this sort of a dependency on a right angle to find the sine value or the cos value, this is only in the starting stages. This is a CBSE question bank for the grade 10. So only when you are starting the foundation classes, only then you need to depend on a right angle. So in your higher classes, even without a right angle, you can find the ratios for sine and cos of any angle. But that is for another day. Till I meet you again, you take care. Assalamu alaikum.